Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello, fabulous Squiz Kids listeners, and welcome to the Kids vs. Adults Weekly News Squiz. Your chance to see who's had their listening ears on and been paying the most attention during the week that just was. I'm Christy Kijarina. All week in the Squiz Kids Today podcast, we've been bringing you the big news stories of the day, run through our kid-friendly filter to make sure you know all you need to know about the world around you. Now it's time to test how much of the week's news you've retained, and in the process, see who's smarter, kids or adults. Plus, of course, because it's a Friday, we've got all today's birthday shout-outs and all the shout-outs for the weekend coming, including the birthday reggae tune, because it wouldn't be Friday without it. Here's how the quiz works. 5 questions for kids about the week in news, and then 5 questions for adults. Whoever answers the most questions correct wins. Easy peasy. You ready? Let's do this. All right, kids, here are your 5 questions. Question number 1. We reported that Great Britain were the victors in a Spogomi competition held in Japan recently. What do the competitors do in a Spogomi competition? I'll give you a hint. Your teachers might ask you to do it at the end of your lunch break. That's right, they pick up litter. Question number 2, and let's have another sporting question. Last weekend, one of Australia's favourite soccer players and the Matildas captain scored a hat-trick, which is 3 goals in a match in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Who was that famous footballer? Of course, it was Sam Kerr. And the next couple of questions are for Eli, whose parents wrote to us to let us know that he thinks that the questions are too easy. Tell us what you think. If you listen to the podcast on Spotify, there's a poll attached to this episode, so you can let us know if the squiz is too easy, too hard, or just right. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, just leave us a message in the comments, or you can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram. So, question number 3. In the podcast this week, Squizzy the Newshound sniffed out a fake photo online of famous Italian inventor and artist Leonardo da Vinci, with the subject of one of his most famous portraits. Which famous lady am I talking about? Her portrait hangs in the Louvre in Paris, and the painting is renowned for her famous half smile. That's right, it's Mona Lisa. Question number 4. In his reporting about the White House Christmas decorations this week, Bryce mentioned that this year is the 200th anniversary of a very famous Christmas poem. Can you name that poem? And you get an extra point if you can recite some of it. Well done if you said 'twas the night before Christmas. Question number 5. A 14-year-old student from the northern New South Wales town of Casino saved the day this week by springing into action and stopping a runaway what? Was it A, a train, B, a horse, or C, a school bus? Yep, that brave teenager stopped a runaway school bus. How did you go, kids? How many did you get right out of 5? Reckon you're going to beat the adults? Yep, I reckon so too. All right, adults, now it's your turn. Fire up the old grey matter. Here we go. Question number 1. The Aussie Macquarie Dictionary announced their word of the year this week. The word, actually it's 2 words, describes the financial situation many Aussies are coping with at the moment. What is that word of the year? Yes, it's Cozzy Lives, which is short for the cost of living. Question number 2. A big international conference on climate kicked off yesterday in Dubai. It's being attended by 70,000 delegates from all around the world, and we released a Squiz Kids shortcut about it this week. What's the name of the conference? Well done, adults, if you said COP28. Question number 3. If you stream your music or listen to podcasts on Spotify, you'll know that their yearly wrap is out. Which band was Australia's most streamed local artist? Need a hint? They have a big red car and hot potatoes. Of course, it's the Wiggles. Question number 4. After making it through to the final match, the Aussies were beaten by which nation in the men's-only Davis Cup tennis tournament in Malaga, Spain this week? Was it A, the United States, B, Italy, or C, Japan? That's right. Sadly, it was B, Italy. Question number 5. For the last one, here's a question about something that's caused quite a bit of controversy in the news this week. Who is the doctor that after almost 60 years at the ABC is leaving their longtime home and moving over to Disney+? That's right, Doctor Who is packing up the TARDIS and moving out of the ABC. How did you go, adults? How many did you get right? Did you beat the kids? Who won bragging rights this week? If you've missed any of these cool news stories throughout the week and you want to refresh your memory, all of this week's Squiz Kids episodes are available for a re-listen wherever you get your podcasts. That's the end of the quiz, which means now it's time for
Shout-outs.
It's Friday, December 1st, the first day of summer. And if you've got an advent calendar, it's the day to crack it out and start opening up those tiny doors each day and counting down. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today and over the coming weekend. So let's crack out the old birthday reggae tune. Hit it! It's a happy birthday today to Summer from Flagstaff Hill, Rowan from Point Cook, Hazel from Nullaware, Ebony from Echuca, Olivia from Doncaster, Santosh from Chester Hill, and Johnny from Riverwood. Belated birthday shout-outs today go to Max from Sale, Harry from Miranda, Felix from Mount Colah, Alexandra from Riverwood, and Zhang from Chinatown. And celebrating a birthday over the coming weekend are Lenny from Abbotsford, Jaden from Balwyn North, Frankie from Ludmilla, Levi from Mudgee, George from Balmoral, Luna from Cronulla, Charlie from Junee, Harrison from Flagstaff Hill, Hazel from Cairns, Jet from Exeter, Alice from Fig Tree Pocket, Sebastian from West Hobart, Kiki from Riverwood, Livy from Parkerville, and Zachary and Zoe listening all the way over there in Johannesburg, South Africa. Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you're enjoying these quizzes. Our final weekly news squiz for the year is next Friday, the 8th of December. But don't worry, we're not about to leave you completely in the lurch. As with every summer holiday, we've got a whole bunch of summer content planned to keep you entertained. Every Friday of the holidays, we'll be putting out a bumper Kids vs. Adults quiz on topics as varied as world's weirdest animals and movies of 2023 to see who's smarter, kids or adults. Every Monday of the Holes, we'll publish a Squiz Kids shortcut in topics as varied as Christmas traditions around the world to ice cream and roller coasters. And don't forget our great big Squiz Kids Joke-a-thon, which will drop on Monday, the 18th of December, just in time for your Christmas road trip. We had so many excellent jokes sent in, we can't wait to share them with you. And of course, a Squiz Kids Book Club episode every Wednesday where kids review books for other kids. All this great content will drop in the Squiz Kids feed. Subscribe in your favourite podcasting app to make sure you don't miss out. So whether you're on a road trip or hanging at home, Squiz Kids has got you covered this summer. Genius. For now, this is Christy Kijarina signing off and reminding you to get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.